Okay, I'm going to take you around this pool real quick. I'm going to show you how I vacuum this thing and how I keep it clean. There on the ground is my vacuum hose, and this thing is cheap. The extension, originally it was about this long, and these things cracked really bad, which is why I've got this kind of rigged. This is one of the old inlets from my old pool, and I've got it permanently fixed on there, and I'm going to show you how I put that on there. But before we do that, the first and most important part of this is getting all of the air out of this hose, and I'll show you how I do that. So what I do is I just throw the whole thing in the pool, and I kind of hang on to that end right there, and I'm going to drape that out of the pool real quick. I'm going to turn my my pump on. I've got my fountain turned off, obviously. And then what I do is I find the outlet, and somewhere, yeah, and I just hold it up to the outlet, and that kind of bleeds all the air, gets all the air out of there, because you don't want your pump sucking air. And it'll eventually get done. And there, that's pretty much all the air. And so I keep this part underwater while I attach this, which is my vacuum piece. Slip that down right there, like so. Hope you can see that. I've got this thing on my head. Keep that underwater. Extend my handle out. Get that all ready to go. There's a lot easier way of doing this, I'm sure, but I'm not using it. So anyway, now I gotta wait for this thing to kind of come back, and I'll show you what I do with this, if I can just get it close. There we go. Okay, so even with the pump running, I can do this. There's my little fitting 8mm socket. I'm going to pull, kind of hard to do this, talk about it too, pull that off, plug that in. It's all kind of homemade. I'll put it in there as far as it can go, tighten it down. Shouldn't suck any air because it's been underwater the whole time. And then that's got decent suction, but the other most important part is one of these little pieces. That originally came with a really small hole, so I just kind of widened it out because it was hurting itself. I'll put that on here, second inlet. That'll help increase the suction. And there, we're ready to rock now. So get all that done, and then I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's not very much in my pool, but I just kind of go slow and suck up all that crud and get it as clean as I can. Hit those seams, that's where all the stuff seems to collect. Do all that, and it'll go right into that skimmer basket. Pick up all your pine needles, oak tree leaves, whatever you got in there. But I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time doing this because it's not real dirty right now, but I'll show you something I forgot to show you a minute ago. Anyway, get all done with that, and then turn my pump back off again, and I'll kind of undo what I did, but I want to show you this part before I end this video. They make all kinds of attachments for these things. There's other homemade things that you can put on there, but let me put this back together again and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Don't forget to take your if you do it this way, don't forget to take this piece off over here too, because your pump will struggle. It won't get as good as filtration. But anyway, you get all done with that. Put that all back together again. Let me get my my stuff back over here, and I'll show you this part, which is the most important part of all of it. if you remember, this piece, I don't know if you can see down in there, I drilled all the grid out of there so that I would have straight through flow all the way back so it wouldn't get clogged up. Try to make sure you get a good shot of that. I don't know. Can't see what the camera's doing. But anyway, that's how you do it. And then when you get done, your skimmer basket will be full of crud. This one's not too bad, so I'm not going to mess with it. Empty that out, and I usually don't manipulate the plunger valves. I just open it, let the water, I'll just show you. If I can get it open without breaking my arms. Oh gosh, who put this thing on here? There we go. So I'm just going to let it kind of rock and roll like that. And that'll get it pretty clean. And then when you put it back on, you can kind of burp it, get all your air out of there again. And then you'll backwash and rinse, and you're ready to go. So I hope that helps, gives you some ideas.